Good morning. A distracted session yesterday because my mother's in hospital getting blood transfusion. She had less than 100 in her blood pressure, and she couldn't do her physio after having a hip operation because she kept collapsing because of the low blood pressure. So blood transfusion yesterday and blood transfusion today. So you'll understand, I hope, my distraction. But let's have a look at yesterday. It's important to do a retrospective look so you can learn from the matches and get better on the next occasion. I did pass this on to you in a day where the momentum measurement at InPlay Guru was exceptionally accurate. This is a Fiorentina side who have not won this season in SerieA. They were absolutely dominating this match from start to finish. Well-deserved the equaliser. This is what I showed you for the green. The insurance was quite expensive, given the time we got involved just after half time. And we needed to verify as well that the Viola were up and at 'em. So that was a decent enough return. But if you stayed in for the £110 profit, you'd have been sorely disappointed with a late 1-2 Verona win. But in cases like this, you see the odds of 8.4, negate that 40 quid at the very least if you're going for a big Fiorentina win. Okay? Negate that. That's a 7-1, 7.5-1. That goes into that. 6 times. 6 sixes are 36, 6 sevens are 42. So about 6 quid it will cost you to get rid of that. Vitally important, particularly with a side in such poor nick. So let's have a stroll through yesterday. And if I was on my game, looking at the bankers, which would be the starred teams, how did they perform? Well, quite good. We know Club Brugge are absolutely full of goals at their very best. Dender kind of got a vibe of a newly promoted side very recently, the last couple of seasons, I would say. And they did take the lead. And then boom, Solis getting the goal before half-time to steady the nerves if you've got involved. And Solis, obviously, knowing that we'd back Dender, back Club Brugge, getting the job done. This is your perfect trade, isn't it? Goal before half-time to steady the nerves. And 5 minutes into the second half, putting the cherry on top, and off we go. That was the banker, first banker of the day. And I think if we continue with this banker mentality, you're going to get fewer trades, but you're going to get quality teams on your side. So working our way down again. Anything else for anything else? Midtjylland, you'll note, yes, I starred them, but note the odds, 2.4, 2.35 the favourite. What does that translate as in layman's terms? Translates as the market makers thinking both sides have a chance today. So please, you've got to be flexible. They're not the old reliables today, are they? Compare that to their odds against Freiburg and you'll get a clear indication. Manchester City, 0-1. Crystal Palace were knocking on the door, but it's a very hard ask to lay a Manchester City side with Erling Haaland up front. And we made the right move in not taking on that Man City 0-1, despite what Palace were doing with home advantage. New manager syndrome, and likely Thomas Frank, P45 in the post very soon indeed. But again, 2.7 the favourite. It's telling you this could be anything. Well, who's got the bragging rights in the Northeast? There's your answer, the Black Cats. Fantastic performance from them yesterday. Derby-style match you don't play. It's as simple as that. This is one we should have played. Again, you're starring this because of Aston Villa's 2+ goal record away from home. How would you have exploited that 2-goal record away from home? Well, Jim Bowen, super smashing great, making it 2-1 for West Ham. Mavropanos' own goal in the second half where Unai Emery's side started their 2+ goal habit away from home. You got it midweek as well in Europe. You got it here today. You got it against Brighton, 2-0 down. It's a brilliant away pattern. It's a deliberate away pattern by Unai Emery. 2-2, that's your first angle. You've even got a Desmond 2-2 if you fancied that. I did give that a shout, but I tend to want to get involved here. But by all means, you can do a bit of drip laying. Start laying with a low stake to win at this point here, and just keep dripping and dripping and dripping and dripping. Hopefully, you'll get caught. Superb performance again. 2+ goals again. They are a superb side away from home, aren't they? It's a real habit of Unai Emery's with this particular Villa outfit. He's doing a tremendous job. The villains must be delighted. Elsewhere, any other bankers? Well, Lens making it 2-0, top of the table. Arguably, you could have laid the draw here second half, but this is a local derby. It's a Côte d'Azur derby. I go there. My villa is next to my old showbiz pal, Elton John's. We normally pop in and watch the Côte d'Azur derby. Arguably, could have laid the draw based on the in-play stats, but it's a difficult one to play. Derby-style matches, aren't they? Other bankers, Bayern Munich. 2 goals Bayern Munich score. Remember that. They've scored 2 goals in every single match this season. Freiburg, by the way, did get the goal against 10-man Dortmund, but I wouldn't have done that one. 2 goals, right? Remember that? Lee Jae-sung, 1-2 lead for Mainz. Now, Bayern Munich have scored 2+ goals in every single match this season. Step up, Sir Harry of Kane with a 2-2 penalty. That is the kind of trade you're looking for in a banker match. So you can see the banker mentality getting you these sides with consistent patterns. Aston Villa's 2-goal habit away. Club Brugge can fill their boots on certain occasions. Midtjylland, not today, given the odds. And Lens and Bayern Munich's 2-goal habit. Brilliant stuff, isn't it? Other bankers, AC Milan against Sassuolo. Was there a trading angle there today? AC Milan vying for the title. Indeed, Kone's opening goal. Bartosagi's equaliser. A Loftus-Cheek assist. And Bartosagi making it 2-1 to finish it all off for you. Don't forget, it's not what happens at the end of the match. As traders, it's what happens in play. So yet another banker delivering. This is something I think we should continue with, isn't it? Just gives you these strong quality candidates and it removes all of the noise. Genoa and Inter Milan, I'd even told you the scoreline, didn't I? Genoa, 2-1, 1-2. Simple as that. Did we have a trading angle in here? Did Genoa score first? No, they didn't. It was job done by Inter Milan before half-time. So it could have been a great trading day yesterday, but I am sorry. I was very distracted with my concern for my 86-year-old mother and getting those blood transfusions. Real Madrid and Alaves. Did Alaves score first? No, they didn't. Kylian Mbappe getting the goal. Arguably, that 1-1 could have been laid if you fancied it, in the hope that Real Madrid, as bankers, would get that second goal. It's tight at the top, so a must-win element there. And before I mention today's trading angles, I'd like members of FootballTradingProfits.com to leave me a message in the comments if you would like to trial some of the apps I have developed. They will remain within the Google AI Studios sandbox, which is a development area. These won't be the full apps. What I want to do, but you'll get the full capabilities of these apps. I'd like you, as customers, to tell me what you like about them, what you don't like about them, what you would like to see about them, the features as well. So comments in the comment section underneath this video, please. Members only. And I will be prioritising long-term members such as Stephen Francis, Paul Dunwoody, and the mighty Bosun, who we've got a statue made of outside this very building. He's been with me goodness knows how many years. Should be inviting him over for Christmas, really. So any of those three will get priority, but I'll be opening it up to about 10 people per app because we don't want to overwhelm the API and I don't want to start picking up a bill. Okay, so members only. Leave me a comment below if you'd like to trial my multiple football apps that are out there. Tell me what's hot, tell me what's not. Thank you very much. As an aside, members, I'm always looking for ideas that can make you a profit on automation. I've got plenty of football ideas. This is a horse racing idea I started yesterday. It's an each way, back in place, £2 stakes. Made 90 quid yesterday. 90 quid. This is third favourites in England and in Australia. The Australian ones I should be starting overnight, really, but I've just got onto it now. So this is the kind of thing I'm looking for, trying to suss out and pass on to members as well. We're here to make money. Why not make money on automation? So that's something that members will be getting as well. Today's coupon is quite a difficult one. Are there any bankers? Well, I will star them if I see them. And we will start here, I think. Otherwise, it's a very difficult campaign. Manchester United have met two managers in Nuno Espirito Santo and David Moyes, who are very defensively led. And they've paid the price. They've not scored that second goal at home in the last two matches. Bournemouth suddenly lurching towards trying to keep clean sheets, but they have not conceded that second goal in the last two, having really cost them severely, particularly away from home, conceding 2 goals far too often. So we might have that reaction again from Manchester United, that trouble scoring that second goal. But if Bournemouth revert to their usual away form, Manchester United could target 2 goals today. It's a very sticky match I don't like. It's a Monday match. Sheffield United and Derby, 2.1 the favourite here. Sheffield Wednesday, not United. The Owls already got a huge points deduction. Is that quite simply just knocking the stuffing out of them? Derby have failed to score in only 2 matches, so they might take advantage of that today. But Derby do have a very strong both teams to score record in 6 of the last 7 matches. So watch out for that. 2.1 the favourite away from home. Are Sheffield Wednesday gettable? Quite simply because they've just run out of hope. Bologna and Estac Trois is an AII only. So members only reports today for that one. Let's have a look at the reports. What do they say? 1.8 Estac Trois. First thing to do is look at the standings. I think get an eye where these two are relative to each other. Top of the table, Estac Trois. A bit like AC Milan, rather picks itself, doesn't it? Bologna in the relegation zone. Wow. These two have plenty to think about. 1.8 for Estac Trois is suggesting this might be a 1 goal in it affair. Might be a tough away win. But let's have a look at what the AII says. And this will be one of the apps that I hope members will trial on my behalf. Tell me what's missing. Tell me what you'd like to see. Tell me if the layout is to your satisfaction. Top trading highlights and away win for Estac Trois. Makes sense. League leaders. Under 2.5 goals. Well, Bologna's average goal scored is a moderate 1.12. Trois' top position suggests a strong attack. So I think AI is inferring because they're top of the league, which is not really what I'd like to see. I'd prefer stats-based rather than inference. First goal scorer, a Trois player. Well, that makes obvious sense. That's not a very good stat for the football trader. So this is the kind of thing I'd like you to look out for. Data unavailable is probably because it's the lower tiers and AI is finding trouble finding information about it. But we've got head-to-heads here. Estac Trois, well, back in 2012, so there must have been a big gap here. So some of the data is not available, but I think relegation v top of the table. You're going to look at defence v attack, aren't you, today? Well, how about defence v defence today? This is a very tough match for me to predict. I would caution you to lay over 0.5 goals at the start of the match, which is another way of saying back 0-0. And hopefully these two defences will come on top. Roma, when they lose, tend to lose 1-0. They've got 2 consecutive 1-0 defeats now. One of them, they were down to 10 men. Como, the only time they've conceded 2 goals this season has been in their last match against Inter Milan, where they conceded 4. Now, the problem I might have here is Roma scored 3 goals away at Celtic midweek. Were not expected to. They were 2.3 favourite then. So watch out, they might come alive. This is going to be defence v defence, I would suggest. Any lead by Como, I think, of a single goal is layable with insurance, as long as it's early enough for us to get a reasonably low insurance premium on that. Defence via defence, lay over 0.5 goals, I would say. All of these Portugal matches have AII reports and expected goals for members only. 2 potential bankers here today rather pick themselves. FC Braga at home and Porto. You'll see there's probably 2 top 5 teams, unless Braga are having a poor season. Top 6, just a point behind the top 5 with a game in hand. So a win for Braga today, zoom into the top 4, which is European club competition. So plenty of incentive for Braga today. Porto are top of the tree, with Jose Mourinho starting to get a tune out of Benfica. But they have the bragging rights in Lisbon at the moment, Porto. So watch out for that. Really consistent clean sheet wins as well. 3 consecutive clean sheet wins. Banker material, if you're going to be up late enough for those 2. Rangers have been keeping clean sheets of late. I think 4 clean sheets in 6 matches. Far better. They've only lost 1 match all season. So some of the problems have been in drawing too many matches. Hibs lost 1-0 to Rangers recently. Hibs lost 1-2 to Celtic recently with home advantage. So likely Hibs are going to give a good account of themselves today, but they just don't seem to have enough goals in them to cross that line. Rayo Vallecano and Betis 2.55. The favourite is best left alone. On seasonal form, I'm all over Betis all day long. Rayo Vallecano not scored that second goal at home. But why is it 2.55 the favourite? Big question mark here. Does the market know something we don't? Castillo and Mirandes. This is, if you look at the table, probably another banker. Top 5, Castillo. Where's old Miranda? Second from bottom. Castillo with a win takes them into the important 30 plus points, joining only 4 teams on 30 plus. So that could be banker material there today. Fenerbahce against Konyaspor. Maybe one for you just to stick on your watch list. We know they're a decent unit. We know they are picking out some quality teams, quality players from European teams to really try to boost their Champions League and Europa League credentials. Expected goals analysis today. Let's take a look at some of the matches which catch my eye from an XG perspective. This is another app I want members to trial for me as well. I'd like you to be able to see if you can read the apps. You can see this is identical form for both teams, isn't it? Really solidly consistent for both teams. 1.3 or thereabouts XG4, 1.18 or thereabouts XG against. Tough to score 2 goals against these 2. If the XG against moves to 1.5, it would suggest that 2 goals is possible. That's why you're laying over 0.5 goals today. It could be a tight defensive one for Como and Roma. Well, Sheffield Wednesday's problems are there and clear, aren't they? Similarly, Derby County's an inability to consistently create enough chances for that second goal. But particularly with Sheffield Wednesday, problem keeping the door shut at the back, giving sides far too many chances, quality chances at that, to score 2 goals at least. Let's have a look at one of our bankers today. This is Braga, knocking on the door of creating enough quality chances for 2 goals at least a game. But against a Santa Clara who could shut that door, as Larry Grayson would say. Certainly, if Braga can get on the score sheet, they can keep a side from scoring 2 goals. So they have a good chance today of a possible 2-1, I would suggest. So please, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe. I'm going to be filling it with more content on a regular basis, particularly in 2026. I want to get really good articles out, particularly about the African Cup of Nations, which will severely impact a large number of major European teams. So do subscribe, please, to the YouTube channel. We want to get it up to 500. That would be superb. And free trial as well, and 2025 free 14-day trial. It's all there underneath. Have a great day, and I'll see members probably a little bit later.